Hello, everybody. My name's Rick McCutcheon, and today on Partner Talks, we have Jennifer Harris. Jennifer, introduce yourself. Let the people know who you are and what you do.
Well, thank you, Rick. I appreciate you having me. My name is Jennifer Harris. I'm CEO of TMC. We're a Microsoft partner specializing in the Dynamics products. Been doing it for over 30 years and very excited to be here.
So, Jennifer, 30 years is a long time in the computer business. Let's talk a little bit about that journey and what it looked like.
Yeah, so I have always loved providing solutions to clients. I started this business with a partner in a laundry room over 30 years ago. And our first take was just automating accounting. People were typing checks and we were sure they could do it an easier way. And through the last 30 years, I've seen at least three evolutions. One, the personal computers, then of course, the internet and the cloud. And now we're, on the AI journey. And to me, it's, if you don't evolve, you're not relevant. And keep providing solutions to clients has always been my passion.
Okay, so let's talk about your company today. Tell us a little bit about how you're set up, what products you support, what kind of customers you have.
I'm a big believer that over the last 2 years, Microsoft has provided the stack and we can give clients more than ever before. So our genesis was being a accounting, financial, ERP product. We started with Great Plains, and now Business Central is our central product. But we've always wanted to give more. So we have CRM, we do Azure, Power Apps, licensing, everything from Azure to Copilot right now. And I feel like our firm is going to be the one that I want to be set up to really be able to give the full solution, but we center around the Dynamics products.
And you said a word there, Business Central. When I talk to somebody in the Business Central world, I'm a CRM MVP, and I remember the heyday of CRM and how busy we were. And I think you're feeling that now in the world of Business Central.
Well, it's funny you say that because I always wanted to do CRM and sort of failed in the early days when it first came out because we were very Great Plains centered. So we were a Great Plains partner, a legacy partner. And unlike the nav partners, when cloud came, I was really into getting into the next product. Business Central was not, initially going to be this product, but oh my goodness, it's the best deal in the market now. It is really mature, and we feel like it is the product that most clients in the mid-market should be going to if they want to capitalize on the rest of the stack. You don't want to use NetSuite with Power Apps. We don't want to, this makes sense. It's mature and it's this moment in time. You're right. It's unbelievable.
So Jennifer, a couple of weeks ago in Redmond, we were both at the BizApps Partner Summit. We briefly talked, and I sat through your session. I thought it was a great conference. It was one day, but it really gave us a view of what Microsoft or where Microsoft was heading and where they wanted us partners to go with them. So what was your feedback on that conference?
Well, I really think there's room for all of us. I think it's a moment. I think Microsoft's having a moment. When I became a Microsoft partner in the early 2000s, when they bought Great Plains, I got the Microsoft lady is here. And it was Apple or Microsoft, but everyone was using the Office products. They were, they were using SQL. They were already Microsoft customers. And I believe today the partners have to embrace that again. I was talking to partners. I was helping other partners in our ecosystem. We could say our competitors, but I don't think so. I think right now our competitors are Oracle and, the other platforms. We have to adapt to where the world is going. And we happen to be lucky enough to be on a platform that's forward. And the partners need to change and adapt to where the customers are going.
And I've got to tell you, over the last 3 months, I've had more conversation with partners, especially ISVs. How do we use this AI in our products? And, for those of us that have been in the channel this long, I think we have a hard time, looking at it because we're used to looking at it as the lens through a business application and not at a lens through data and AI. But I'm getting there. And I think the opportunity is fantastic.
We are the slowest ones to adapt in a lot of ways. And it's true with any high-end people, developers, lawyers, doctors, because we've had this information and now we have to change the way we do it. But I believe that if we adapt, if we change, if we see, it's not just AI, it's technology is coming forward and our customers want it. They want to use it to make their businesses competitive. And so for us, it's here. We don't have to have all the answers. I'm creating a workshop where we're going in and really doing phase zero, where we're getting before everyone wants to create the AI agent that's going to change the world. We don't even know. Can you believe what's happened in the last 3 months? I can't even believe what's happened. So I want to go into customers and sort of start with, why aren't you using it? What keeps you up at night? Where do you want to go with it? And start to hear, are we just trying to automate more, make things quicker? Or do we really want to reimagine the self-driving car type of thing, how we even, do our business? And I think that if you're like me, who started a laundry room trying to provide solutions to clients, just solutions, there has never been a time where we could provide more to clients to help them run their business than today. And we all just have to sort of go out there, jump off a cliff like we did back in the day, and sort of become consultants again. And that's what's making me excited.
And I tell every partner, you've got to start using it in your own business to run things, to do things, and just to understand how much more efficient and effective you can be with these agents.
It's interesting. People are starting to use it even in the last 2 months in their personal life. I've created, my trip itinerary, my nutrition plan. It's my thought partner, my therapist, So there is, that, but they're much more, reticent in their business life. And you're right. People believe you when you've done something yourself. You feel very authentic. If you're just like, I don't schedule anymore any of my podcasts. I do, you really believe it. And that's what, rather than trying to come to the client with all the answers, start trying to find some answers internally and make yourself the case study, I think is also you're very intuitive. That is exactly what people do.
And Jennifer, we're only a couple of weeks away from our next big conference, which is going to be North American Summit in Florida coming up in October. I'm sure you're going to be a big part of that, speaking at that conference, and your company is going to be there. So let's talk a little bit about what you have in store for Summit.
There's quite a few things leading up to Summit, and it's funny, you used to plan a year out for it, and now, we're like, it might be the week before. Who knows what we'll be talking about? But I do know it'll be something around AI. I am part of, I'm very fortunate and flattered to be part of a book, Are Women Still on Mute, with Marie Weiss has done with a lot of very accomplished women. So we'll be talking a little bit about, I'm a woman CEO. I had a big investment this year, and I want to be able to sort of model that and be part of that part of it. And then my team's out there, we want to talk to customers. We want to talk to ISVs. We have a big booth, but we're also going to be doing sessions, because at the end of the day, we're still having to implement software, and we want to make sure that we're bringing the latest and the greatest.
Okay, Jennifer, I want to thank you for your time today on Partner Talks. And I'm sure we'll be talking to you in the near future more about AI and what it means for Microsoft partners.
Thank you. And thank you for doing this podcast. It'll be interesting to see how it evolves over the next few years. Maybe you'll just be our avatars and we won't be here doing it at all, right?
That's what I'm hoping.
Yes. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Jennifer. Bye for now.
Mm-hmm.